Greg, good show. Lots of solid picks. I mean, just solid. Got some nice cash flow plays. Got some directional plays. Got a little mix. Finishes off.
Yeah, I'm going to go cash flow for the last one. Let's go to Comcast.
Oh, what is Comcast?
CMCSA.
5-letter tickle symbol.
Five symbols, yeah. So you got the weekly there. That's good for the looking at the breakout there. But what I really want to see is the daily.
Of course, because whatever I start on tonight, you want the other one.
We got to put you to work, buddy. No.
All right.
All right. So love this. This is classic Tyler, as I would call it. Big breakout. You guys can see where it broke out, say 6-7 sessions ago. Big strong move right up to that all-time high. Pull back right to the 20 MA. Nice little doji action today. Would not surprise me to see this be pushing back up to 62 by tomorrow, or maybe even a chop sideways. In this particular case, I don't care. The 20 is acting as support, which it usually does. It also happens to coincide with the breakout level, which makes it even stronger, in my opinion. And so, like I said, I love the setup. And now when we build a trade, I love it even more. So if we go to the October, I believe I used the 15. Let me just see this here. October 15th. Yes, I used the October 15th. So if we go to the October 15th, I want to do a bull put spread. I like the 57.50, 55 for $2.50 risk. And we should be able to get about 34 cents out of that bad boy.
Get about 34 cents, 250. What's that, 15%?
13.6%.
13.6%.
Yeah, so you're 13.6%. You're at a 26 delta. But what I really like here is look where 57.50 is.
That's what immediately I wanted to go check out.
Look at the protections you got. You've got moving averages. You've got levels of support and resistance. Yeah, I think that's fantastic. And the other part of that for me, and again, this is not for everybody, if this thing gets down to 57.50, plus I got my 34 cents, I'd probably just pick up the stock because it's a quality company as well, pays a decent dividend. So yeah, easy peasy cash flow trade, no stress, just simple cash flow.
Yeah, I mean, because there's a couple things on bull put spreads. You analyze what's my return, right? We all have our different parameters. Some, have a minimum 10%, some whatever it is, right? But we get our run, it's within our realm. And then we know our risk, our risk here is about $2.15. So 215 per contract, getting about 15% if it works out. But then where I'm really interested is what is there to protect me? What do I got to protect me? Downward movement occurs. What's to protect me? I got some rising moving averages. So let's just walk through, what's above, so we got, the 50, it's held pretty good as a general rule, been some choppiness. We have perhaps most importantly, the old breakout level, and walk me through if you see me miss anything. So I got the old breakout. So here's the two lines. If it stays above, and that's a couple cents, but if it stays above that line, I win. Yeah. I win the trade if it stays above that line, right?
So right there, you've got your 20 weekly, which
I got my 20, and I was wondering where that was in the whole equation because I didn't know. Yeah. But I got the old 20. Breakout level that can act. I got the 20 weekly, and that thing hasn't failed. Yeah. When's the last time that thing failed? Let's check. When's the last time that thing failed? Clear back last year, right? So yeah. It looks like on earnings, we don't have earnings coming up, right? Between now and then.
Nope.
So on earnings, catalyst event, rebounded, but, failed. But it's been pretty money, right? Come down. We've had basically 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 approaches and haven't had approach in a while. So that has to give out before earnings and the breakout level has to fail. So screw all the daily moving averages. I know they're working, but I got this major stuff. I got the old breakout level that can act as new support. I got that 20 weekly. Can it break? Sure, absolutely, right? That's why you don't go do 1 million contracts. Yeah. But it is why I'll go do the trade. I really like it. What do you think, Tyler?
I like Comcast. It's very consistent, slow and steady mover. Remind, this was a bull put, yes?
Yes.
Yeah. I like the way you played it. It's so slow, but they keep buying the dang dips, man. And the relative strength is impressive. I like the breakout last week. It's a good chart. Yes, I like it.
No, and I like, you know, in the situation, because you never know what the market has in store. But I like the Greg's kicker too, you know, because on bull puts we can take the loss, but we can also reevaluate during the process. Now this I think has a ridiculously high percentage probability of winning, just because of the layers of support working with it. But you can always, like, do I want to own the shares, right? You know, and from a fundamental perspective, talk to me about Comcast from a fundamental perspective. Like, let's say I'm in a trade management decision and that 20 weekly does give out, and I'm like, gave out. You know, what do you like about Comcast, the company?
So solid dividend payer. We actually did this on buy one, dump one, hold one. I want to say, I don't know, maybe a month ago, Tyler. So I don't know, 3-4 weeks ago. We actually broke this down with Fox A and a couple of different companies in this space. This company has a ton of assets. Like, I mean, like, you're talking, if don't quote me on the number, like 274 billion in assets versus only 100 something in liability. So they have this big wide spread. So they've got lots of that. They got billions in free cash flow. They've got a great dividend history. They're just solid. They're just not going anywhere. They've got, you know, they got their fingers in a lot of different pies that create a lot of revenue for them. They're just solid. They're more of a stalwart than you find in most of the other stocks in this industry group. So if you do a fundamental dive on this, you're going to see that it's pretty rock solid. So again, for me, knowing all that and knowing that it's paid consistent dividends for years and years and years and years and increasing dividends for that matter, like I said, if this thing does tank and it does break all that stuff, I'm an investor and a trader. I'd be happy to invest in this company as well. So
Yeah, I'll do
that's just the icing on the cake. So
I'm gonna do this trade. There's a few of these trades tonight, and I do. Listen, it's not a shtick when I say at the start of the show. I love Trade Masters because it gives me ideas. I wanted to see this. I got 2 eyes. I only got 16 and a half hours of waking hour a day. I wouldn't have found this trade. This is what I love about having a community. I like the trade. I've found nothing fundamentally technically wrong with it. It's been a beautiful show.